Hi guys, I'm very excited to be sharing with you my Huggy Wuggy plushies today. I will be giving you an in-depth review on Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy. But before we get started guys, let me just give you a bit of a background on these two plushies I ordered. So both of these plushies I ordered was from Takealot. Now Takealot is basically our South African version of Amazon. So this Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy came together in a vacuum sealed packaging. The instructions on the packaging stated to leave them for 24 hours after opening them. Now this is just so that they can become their ideal size and fluffiness. So guys, without further ado, let's have a look at each of these plushies together. First up, we have Huggy Wuggy. Now as you guys can see, he's a blue furred creature. Some think he's lovely and others think he's quite scary. Now guys, to be honest, I also thought he was quite scary at first. But after a while he grew on me and now I love him to pieces. So let's have a look at his appearance together. We will start with his head. Now as you guys can see, he has a triangle shaped head. And if we look at the top of his head, we can see that it is stitched together. But the only problem I have with this is that the stitches is quite loose. So if your kid is going to play rough with him, or after time, it might pull loose. So now let's move on to his eyes. Now if you guys can see, he has huge bulging eyes, and majority of his eyes is black and embroidered on. But here's another thing. If you look closely, you can see it is only glued on to his hair. So again, this can cause a choking hazard because if your kid tugs on it or pulls too rough on it, it might tear off. And if you look, his eyes look quite weird. This one is in this direction and this one is in this direction. So he might have trouble seeing, in my opinion. So let's have a look further at his facial features. So he has a huge wide red mouth, and if you can see, he has thin white needle-like teeth, which is quite scary. Now I won't recommend him for children under the age of 8 because his face might scare them. Trust me, I also don't want to see this needle-like teeth at night time because I won't sleep. So let's move on to his body. Now as you can see, his fur is bright blue, and if I turn him like this, you can see his fur is quite shiny, which I love. He's soft and squishy, which is also great because anyone suffering from anxiety can just squish him and hug him and cuddle him, and that will ease their anxiety for sure. And if you can see, he has long arms and long legs. And his arms are also squishy and soft. And if I can describe it, I would say it feels like you are pressing on a sponge. So it's quite satisfying. Now let's move on to his hands. Now if you look at his hands, you can see his hands and his feet are yellow. Okay. Now his hands and feet look like a monkey's hands and feet to me. But the cool part is that it has Velcro on, so it can stick together. But now in this case, he has Velcro on his hands, but it doesn't want to stick, which is quite sad to me because I would have loved to use it as like a tie back for your curtains, to hang it up in your room as decoration, but now you can't because it barely sticks. So that's quite sad. And other Huggy Wuggies also have the Velcro on its feet, but this one doesn't, which again is quite silly. So that's also a con for me. And if you look close, the stitching on the Velcro isn't stitched properly. Here's a part that's completely loose. And his other arm, or should I rather say hand, too. This one is in the air and has no stitching. So I think this is the reason why it doesn't really stick together. So that's my review on Huggy Wuggy. Let's have a look at Kissy Missy. Say hi to Kissy Missy, guys. So here she is, pink, bright hot pink. So she is a pink version of Huggy Wuggy, as you guys can see, and basically the female version of him. So if you know me, you would know I absolutely love pink. So I love her because she's pink, and in my opinion, the pink makes her less scary than Huggy Wuggy. Now, she looks quite similar to Huggy Wuggy, except for that she's pink. And the other thing that I want to give the difference of is, if you can see, let's look at her stitching. Okay. I'm not sure if you will be able to see her stitching with this lightning, but you can see it's more tightly stitched, so it won't become loose that easily. And if you look at her eyes, as you can see, it's also glued on, but it's more sturdy, and her eyes look more normal than Huggy Wuggy's. It looks more proportioned and even. Okay, she has the same huge red smile, and then she has this little cute blue ribbon detail added. She's also the same long arms, long legs, and then also the Velcro on her hands. But if we look at it, you see it sticks more than Huggy Wuggy's. So she is, in my opinion, the better choice, because you can use her as a decoration or a tie back. But again, the sides is still not stitched, but it's fine because it sticks, so I'm happy with it. And again, her feet doesn't have Velcro on it, but in my opinion, she's the better version and the cuter version. So let's have a look at these two cuties together, or these little scary monsters. Okay, so overall, I think they were very cute. One likes to hug, one likes to kiss, but beware of them because their appearance might look cute for some, but don't let that fool you, because they can become flesh-eating monsters. I think they were scary, but at the same time adorable. So guys, what do you guys think? Thank you for watching, guys, and go get your own Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy. I think they make an adorable couple. Thank you, guys. Bye.